Dear students, welcome to you all in mathematics class. I am Shudipan Bhattacharya and today I am going to take a class on geometry. Today our topic is parallel straight lines and I have divided this topic in some subtopics. They are transversals, corresponding angles, alternate angles, pair of parallel straight lines, angles made by intersection of a transversal and a pair of straight line, interior angles, exterior angles, corresponding angles and alternate angles. First, we have to learn about transversals. A transversal is a straight line which intersect two or more different straight lines at different points. AB is a straight line and CD is another straight line. Now EF is a transversal because EF has intersected AB and CD at the points P and Q. Interior and exterior angles. These four angles are interior angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see angle BPQ, angle DQE, angle APF and angle CQE. These four angles are lying between these straight lines inside the chamber ABDC. If we build a rectangle ABDC, then these four angles will lie inside the rectangle. Therefore, these four angles are called interior angles. These four angles are called exterior angles. 1, APE, then DQF, BPE and CQF. There should be a P here. Now, APE, BPE, CQF and DQF. These four angles are called exterior angles because if you build up a rectangle ABDC, then these four angles will lie at outside of this rectangle. Therefore, you can say APE, BPE, CQF and DQF. These four angles are called exterior angles. Corresponding angles. You can see two angles here, BPE and DQE. These two angles are called mutually corresponding angles. Why? Because corresponding angles have these criteria. Corresponding angles have different angular points. BPE and DQE have different angular points, that is P and Q. They are the angular points of these two corresponding angles, BPE and DQE. These points, angular points, are different. They are on the same side of the transversal. You can see BPE and DQE are same side of the transversal. And one of them is interior and one of them is exterior. That is, BP is exterior angle and DQE is interior angle. So, if any two angles, any pair of angles satisfy these three criteria, then we will call them corresponding angles. You can see BPE and DQE, they are corresponding angles because they have different angular points P and Q. They are at the same side of the transversal, that is BPE and DQE, and also BPE is in exterior and DQE is interior angle. So you can see another two corresponding angles. They are APE and CQE. They also have different angular points. They are P and Q. They are the both are at the left side of the transversal, that is APE and CQE, and also one of them is interior, that is CQP is interior and APE is exterior. Therefore, these two angles are corresponding angles. These are another two corresponding angles. You can see why. You can find another pair of corresponding angles. I hope you have uh, a clear idea about corresponding angles now. Now we are going to learn about alternate angles. Alternate angles have different angular points of angles. They are on the opposite sides of the transversal. Both of the angles are interior or both of them are exterior. Like you can see A, B and C, D are two straight lines. EF is the transversal and EF intersected AB at point P and EF intersected CD at the point Q. Now we want to see which angles are alternate angles. You can see the angle APF. So angle APF and angle DQE, they are mutually alternate angles. APF is alternate angle of DQE and DQE is alternate angle of APF. Why? Because you can see here APQ and DQE, they both have different point of angles. Like point of angle here is P and here the point of angle is Q. So they have different angular points. They are on the opposite side of the transversal. Like APF is at the left side of the transversal EF and DQE is at the right side of the transversal. So they are on opposite side of the transversal. APF and DQE both are interior angles. So these three criteria is for alternate angles. If any two angles follows these three criteria, then you can say they are alternate angles. Now we will see, are there any other alternate angles? BPQ and CQP are two alternate angles, are mutually alternate angles. Now you can see DQF and APE are also alternate angles because they both are exterior, their angular points are different, and also they are on the opposite side of the transversal. One is at the left side and another one is on the right side. So they are the examples of alternate angles. Now we are going to define parallel straight lines. You can see two straight lines here. These two straight lines are called parallel. Two straight lines are called parallel if it is certain that they will not intersect each other no matter however it is extended in whichever direction. You can see here, suppose this line is called AB and this line is called CA. CD. So now, if you extend AB and CD in whichever direction, they will not intersect because they will always keep same distance from two similar points. If you measure a distance here and if you measure another distance here, perpendicular distance, these two distances will be equal. These two distances will be equal. So you can say these two lines AB and CD are parallel. They are going keeping a constant distance among them. So no matter in whichever direction however you extend these two lines, they will not intersect. So you can say AB and CD are parallel straight lines. Now question is how to be certain of this matter that they will not whether they will intersect or not. Now I will give another direction, that is if alternate angles are equal or corresponding angles are equal or sum of two internal angles of the same side of the transversal is 180°, then the lines are parallel. Like if you have two straight lines and you have drawn a transversal. Here two straight lines are AB and CD and you have drawn a transversal which is EF and EF intersect AB at P and CD at Q. Now you have measured these two angles EPB and EQD, and if you found that these two angles are equal, so you have came to the decision that EPB and EQD are equal and also their corresponding angles. So you can be certain that AB and CD are parallel. So if corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Now suppose you didn't measure the corresponding angles, you have measured the alternate angles. That is, you have measured APF and CQE and found that these two alternate angles are equal. And if you found that alternate angles are equal, you can take the decision that AB and CD are parallel. Now suppose you have taken two angles BPQ and DQP. They both are on the same side of the transversal EF. Now, if the sum of these two angles are 180°, that is BPQ and DQP are supplementary angles to each other, then you can say that AB and CD are parallel. Now, another definition of parallelism of two straight lines. If two lines are intersected by a transversal, then they are parallel if one of the following is true. 1. Corresponding angles are equal. 2. The alternate angles are equal. And 3. The sum of two interior angles of same side of a transversal is equal to two right angles, that is 180°. Now, I hope you have understood the concept of parallelism of two lines. Now, you have some CW to complete. First one is define parallel straight lines. Second one is write down the characteristics of corresponding angles. Third one is write down the characteristics of alternate angles. and you have some HW to complete. HW are: draw two parallel lines PQ and RS along with a transversal MN such that MN intersects PQ and RS at the points C and D respectively. Find out the pairs of corresponding angle and make a list. Find out the pairs of alternate angles and make their list. Find out interior angles and make their list. Find out the exterior angles and make their list. Thank you for attending this class. We will soon recover the situation with corona and come to physical class, and then we will learn with more joy and happiness. But now you have to complete your CW, HW and complete your task uh, sitting at home and with a great seriousness so that corona cannot harm our education. Thank you everyone. See you in the next class.